Ukraine started the new year with a bang, and it's certain they will continue in the same way. Deep strikes on Russian oil and industrial facilities have become everyday events, and if they maintain this pace, these attacks could turn the tide of the war. Ukrainian drones last night attacked the Russian city of Smolensk. Russian telegram channels, including Astra, reported that a fire broke out in the city after the drone attack, probably in one of the buildings of an aircraft factory. Eyewitness footage from the scene was also published on social media, where the sounds of drones flying, explosions, and a fire in the Zadniprovsky district of the city were heard. Vasily Anokin, governor of the Smolensk region, confirmed the information about the nighttime drone attack on the region. In particular, he stated that Russian air defense was operating in Smolensk and shot down several drones, causing several fires as a result of the falling wreckage. After the explosions, the Russian city, located almost 300 kilometers from the border with Ukraine, experienced power outages and, according to locals, a cutoff in the water supply for some time. The published photo revealed to analysts from the Dnipro-Osint group that one of the fires probably occurred in one of the shops of the Smolensk aircraft plant. This is not the first attack on the aircraft plant in Smolensk, Russia. One of the attacks took place in October 2023. Subsequently, the Defense Intelligence of Ukraine revealed that the strike targeted the Smolensk aviation plant, part of the Russian state corporation Tactical Missiles Corporation. At the time, Ukrainian intelligence officers reported that the strike disrupted the production of Russian Kh-59 air-to-surface missiles of various modifications. In addition to the production of missiles, this Russian aircraft factory is engaged in repairing and maintaining aircraft. Earlier, kamikaze drones also attacked the territory of the Kazan aviation plant in Russia.
Они летят, пизда низко. Глянь. Поехали отсюда нахуй. Поехали нахуй отсюда.
Блять! Ёб твою...
High-res satellite images confirm the damage done by recent drone attacks on Russia's oil industry. The Saratov oil refinery lost 2 of its oil reservoirs after the January 14th drone attack. It is the main producer of oil products in Saratov region, with a capacity to deliver 7 million tons of oil per year. The oil depot in Tula also suffered damage to at least 1 petroleum products reservoir after it was attacked on January 18th. Let's review this month of burning oil depots and refineries in Russia. In the second half of 2024, the area of drone hits covered the entire central part of Russia up to the Volga River. Since 2025, drones targeted oil depots in Engels and Voronezh regions several times in a row. Russian electronic warfare and air defense systems weren't able to do much about it. On January 4th, drones flew more than 900 kilometers and successfully hit the largest seaport in Russia, Ust-Luga, in Russia's Leningrad region. On January 8th, drones flew about 1,000 kilometers and hit an oil depot in Engels that provides fuel for a military airfield. On January 10th, fires broke out in Russia's Rostov region due to drone debris. On January 11th, Russian-occupied Crimea and a number of Russian cities were under attack. There was a fire in the port area in Novorossiysk, which is 500 kilometers from the border. On January 14th, drones attacked an oil depot in Engels, the Orgzintez plant in Kazan, the Saratov oil refinery, and the Bryansk chemical plant. On January 15th, an oil depot started burning in Russia's Voronezh region, about 200 kilometers from the Ukrainian border. On January 16th, having flown more than 400 kilometers, drones reached the Tambov gunpowder plant. On January 17th, drones again attacked the oil depot in Engels, where Russians had just managed to put out a 6-day fire. It was the 3rd attack in 2 weeks. On January 18th, drones attacked oil depots in Russia's Tula and Kaluga regions. On January 20th, facilities of an aircraft plant in Kazan, 1,000 kilometers from the border, came under drone attack. Drones also paid a visit to a familiar oil depot in Russia's Voronezh region. On January 21st, drones hit military industry facilities in the Russian city of Smolensk, 300 kilometers from the border. The new U.S. State Secretary Marco Rubio said that ending the war in Ukraine will be the priority for the Trump administration. We are going to engage in making it end in a way that is sustainable, meaning we don't just want the conflict to end and the restart in 2, 3, or 4 years down the road. We want to bring stability, he said.
I think the promise the president made, really, if you look at it, is it's going to be the priority. It's going to be the official policy of the United States that the war in Ukraine needs to come to an end. It is a stalemate. It's a war and it's a conflict that was started by Russia. But it is now a stalemate, a protracted and bloody conflict, been incredibly destructive. I would argue for both Russia and Ukraine, but Ukraine is paying the biggest price of all, to its energy infrastructure, to the people and lives that have lost, to the millions of Ukrainians that have had to leave their countries and are living overseas. The conflict needs to end. And it's a policy of the United States that we want it to end. We want to do everything we can to help it end. We are going to engage in making it end and in a way that is sustainable, meaning we don't just want the conflict to end and then restart in 2, 3, or 4 years down the road. We want to bring stability. We have a lot of important and pressing issues around the world, and I think everyone should wake up this morning and be very happy that we have elected as our 47th president a man in Donald J. Trump that wants to promote peace in the world and bring it to the end of these conflicts.
Europe needs to learn how to fully take care of itself. President Zelensky at Davos. The time to act is now.
But will President Trump listen to Europe? Or will he negotiate with Russia and China without Europe? Europe needs to learn how to fully take care of itself so that the world can't afford to ignore it. It's vital to maintain unity in Europe because the world doesn't care about just Budapest or Brussels. It cares about Europe as a whole.
The Turkish drone Bayraktar TB3 has carried out its first bombing mission with precision-guided munitions. This is stated in Baykar's press release. The first tests using the weapon were reported to have been conducted on December 17th. The drone took off from Baykar's flight training and test center in Keshan with 2 Roketsan bombs on its suspensions. The drone successfully conducted the strike using Aselsan's ASELFLIR 500 electro-optical intelligence, surveillance, and targeting system. On November 19th, it was reported that the Bayraktar TB3 landed and took off from the deck of the Anadolu amphibious assault ship of the Turkish Navy for the first time.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Every day. We had a guy last week at 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.